Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 14 of my long-winded saga for the Apple time capsule. Now, I apologize for the length of time it's taken me to actually get this review out. I planned for it to be out much quicker, but I've had some issues, and life gets in the way. I'm a new father, and things take longer than we want sometimes, so that's just the nature of life. Let me jump right in before I make this video too long, because I recorded one last night that was way too long. So I'm going to skip the details that I included last night and give you my overview. And I'll dive into a couple of important details there. Overall, I like the Apple Time Capsule. I'm a Windows guy. I've had a Linksys router for a while. I've recently gotten a MacBook, which I'm using right now. Got my wife one too. I've gotten the Apple TV and the Time Capsule. Those are the four Apple devices, well, aside from iPods. We have two of those. But I don't count them. Those are the major Apple appliances that I guess sit in my home right now. The time capsule has been an interesting switch from the Linksys router. As far as a router, it's worked beautifully. Once I figured out some of the initial quirks, if you saw my original post, you may notice that I had some troubles. I couldn't get it to work at home. You can go back and see the details there, but I eventually got it to work after messing with it. Now, your general user may have issues figuring out what I figured out just because, I'm a tech person by trade and I love diving into this stuff, but most people just want it to work. Then again, I think that most people won't have the problem that I had of random electrical interference in my house. So once I got it to work and everything connected fine, it's worked great. My Apple TV has worked great. Eventually, there have also been some threads where I know some people have had trouble with their Apple TV connecting to their time capsule. I had trouble too, but I ended up going through a couple of different channels on the time capsule, and once I found the right channel for my wireless network, everything works beautifully. I just can't use it on automatic, so if you're having trouble out there, you might want to try that. Now my Windows machines and my Mac machines all see the time capsule hard drive just fine. I installed the airport utility for my Windows machines and they got a new hard drive. A new drive letter in my computer, which is the time capsule. I even hooked up an external hard drive to the USB port of the time capsule, and yet another drive is available. If I get a USB hub, I can attach multiple drives and they'll be available. Now, here's where I come into a little bit of detail that I want to provide you because I haven't been able to do exactly what I wanted to do. And that is that I wanted to use one of my Windows machines to stream all of my media to the Apple TV. I wanted to use iTunes on the PC, going to my Documents computer where iTunes keeps all of its content by default, and allow that to send all of my media to the Apple TV. Well, I kind of tried to hack the system. I right-clicked on my computer and redirected on my Documents and redirected it to the new drive letter that is my time capsule. That doesn't seem to work. I think what I've come to find is that the time capsule is purely a backup device. That's the way that it's marketed. That's the way it's described, and that's the way it works. And I tried to make it do a little more than I guess it can. I thought that just another drive letter going through a wireless in-network would be just fine, and then I would be able to have a folder of MP3s, a folder of video, a folder of pictures, all on the time capsule or on a subsequent USB drive hooked up to the time capsule and have it work. It doesn't. My Apple TV spins and spins and spins and cannot produce my library unless it's all local. So I may end up having to hang another USB drive off of the computer that I want to stream from when I was hoping to have everything kind of consolidated to the time capsule. Other than that, I've had no problems. My printer is attached to the time capsule directly, and I can print from my machines. And it just works. I mean, I guess that's what Apple's known for, right? It just works. Now, granted, it's taken a while, and I have had some issues, but let me reiterate that my issues, I think, have been unique. So, to sum up, hard drive on the network is great from Windows and Mac machines. I can back up all of my files. Time Machine works beautifully. I feel secure that both of my MacBooks on my network are backed up to the time capsule with room to spare for backups from my Windows machines. Extendable hard drive from the USB port in the back allows me to even have more backup space. Now what I want to do is get a USB hub, another hard drive, make a backup, take it to an external location, instant offsite backup without having to pay an online service. And yeah, I guess that's about it. It hasn't worked out, like I said, exactly the way I wanted it to, but overall, it's doing its job. So if you're out there looking to get a time capsule, I recommend it. I got the 1 terabyte. I know that you can get the 512. Depending on your storage needs, the 512 may be enough. But if you can afford the little extra money, I think doubling your space is well worth it. And with videos and pictures and the size of our media today, it's better just to have as much space as you can to create backups of everything that you can, because you don't want to lose your precious memories, because everything that we're doing nowadays seems to be digital, and years down the line, you want to be able to share that with your kids and your extended family. You don't want to say, well, I had, 5 years of pictures, but I had a hard drive die and lost everything. Don't let that happen to you. Get a time capsule, back up your data, and know that you're safe. All right, that's it. My final overview of the time capsule. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. You can find me on Twitter or utters.com at jdcarty. That's the handle that I use on all of these social networking sites. So if you're on one and wonder if I'm on it, type in JDCARTEE, look for me, shoot me a message. I'd be happy to respond. Hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you later.